This is my 1 year update as a content marketer, which includes social media management, content creation, videography, photography. So the journey has been tough, it hasn't been easy, and I've learned so much. But in terms of the rewards and the finances, it has been fantastic. Like, I've been able to pay the mortgage, some bills. I'm paying off a lot of my personal debt pretty quickly, like years and years in advance. So I definitely, it's been one of the most life-changing things, life-changing decisions that I've made. And yeah, definitely happy that I've gone down this route. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Monju. In the day job, I'm a digital inclusion project manager. I also have another full-time job in the form of looking after my kids and the family. So my schedule and everything is just super, super busy. And it's been quite a challenge trying to balance everything. So I've had to make some changes and a lot of things that I've learned along the way in terms of building systems, using more AI and just becoming more efficient and really industrializing some of the process. So, for example, like, what do I mean? So I'm not having to recreate certain bits of content, or like, I've created an onboarding process for my clients, etc. So along the way, there's been a lot of efficiencies gained, thank God. So that it's helped me to scale. I haven't hired anyone yet, except I got my nephew to do a content shoot here and there, but I'm pretty much pure freelance, so I'm kind of doing everything myself, which it's a lot of work here and there, and again, yeah, it's a bit of a juggle. However, the financial gains have been amazing. Like, the first client that I got, which all just happened by accident, all of this stuff, just I wasn't quite planning on it, but it just had this light bulb moment, realization that, hey, I've got some skills that I've developed, firstly as a hobby, but I've put it into practice. So there was this takeaway that I was working with who asked if I knew anyone that does social media, and I just took the opportunity. I said, "Hey, I'll do it." So it's from that light bulb moment that I started doing all this freelance work. So from that initial client who stayed with me for about 10 months, I've got half a dozen retainer clients, slash like one-off projects. So the kind of the income has grown significantly. Like, so I'm in a quite comfortable position in terms of beyond a side hustle, I would say, for sure. And it's even enabled me to take a bit of time off from the day job. So I came to the realization about 10, 11 months in, that I've got a bit of money here that I've saved up and able to cover quite a lot of bills. Whilst the kids are young, why don't I just take a bit more time off so I can spend it with them? Every month I was basically pretty much all of my pay was going towards paying bills, and I had a little bit left over each month. But this is going down the freelance route and bringing in this additional income has given me a lot more breathing space. So it's really cool that this year in 2026 I'm going to be taking some more parental leave. And again, yeah, it just wouldn't have happened if I didn't go down the freelance route. And taking that leap in the first place, I think, took a bit of guts, and there's so many times, and it still happens, that I don't quite know what I'm doing sometimes, and I just have to figure it out on the go sometimes, or plan in advance, and you just learn stuff. And the biggest advice I would give is just get started and learn as you go. Like, immerse yourself in the service, the trade that you're trying to deliver, and then mix that in with self-directed learning. There's so much stuff. I just go on YouTube, Google stuff, I research other people and other competitors. I look at what's happening in my niche, so restaurants and takeaways. I look at just other restaurants, Instagram, social media pages, and then kind of re-engineer that. What's the word? Is it re-engineer, backward engineering, something like that? So there's a learning process. It's like practice, learn, do some development work, improve little areas here and there, and there's like 100 lessons I've learned along the way. And I've learned a lot from my clients as well, the feedback that I get from my clients in terms of everything, really, in terms of the level of delivery, the aspects of what I'm delivering, the design, the quality, messaging, strategy, and things like that. And I'm starting to move towards, right, it's not just content creation, it's not just some pretty pictures and video. There's real thought and strategy behind why am I doing what I'm doing. And sometimes the most effective stuff is got nothing to do with having an amazing, like shooting that content on a pro cam and it looks, the visuals look absolutely amazing. Some of the content that has worked really well is just story driven content, human stories, focusing in on what's the story behind the business and what's going to compel the customer, prospective customer, to come in and try their food here and there. So I'd say the first year going from startup to still a small freelance business it's been really fast. Like it feels like lightning. And I'm looking forward to progressing into this year and potentially outsourcing to other freelancers bits of work here and there. That's the route I definitely need to go down, and who knows, like building a proper agency further down the line would free up my time even more. It would accelerate my growth and increase revenue, but also actually it would save me time as well, and energy, etc. So that's my update. Hopefully I'll give you another update further down the line, and I'll do some more specific videos focusing in on specific aspects. So I'm doing these videos to try and help others as well. If hopefully it has been helpful. There's some videos I have released, quite a few. But I need to publish more. I need to really just hit record. I'm procrastinating too much. So if you like the video, please give it a like, a comment in, put a comment in if you're going down freelance route. Whatever it is, doesn't have to be like the same freelance area as mine. Hopefully I can answer some questions and it'll be useful. Do subscribe for further updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.